Critical Thinking 1900. Today's short video, we continue to explore J.P. Moreland's interpretation of what he calls the empty self. One of my classmates, while reading their posts, used a great analogy in relationship to the empty self. Shout out to Brother John. He says, in essence, the empty self cries that they're empty and need filling. However, to move on with J.P. Moreland's impression of the empty self, he gives 7 traits that makes these Christians very noticeable. Dude better have my money. I ain't trying to hear nothing. Dude better have my money. I don't care. Dude better have my money. Speaks to the self-absorbed empty Christian. Then there's the passive empty self. Got all of the answers. Know everything we should do. Know everything that should be done. And God forbid somebody don't do it the way they say do it. We're wrong, we're sinners, and probably going to go to hell according to them. But if you ask them to do something, they're passive, unavailable, and just don't have the time. Moreland refers to these Christians and traits as the passive Christian. Then there is the, oh my goodness, I have such a busy week. Monday speaks to business meeting. Tuesday, Bible band. Wednesday, midweek service. Thursday, youth and senior ministries. Friday, oh my goodness, the men have a meeting. Saturday, choir rehearsal and youth have bowling. Sunday, bring Sunday school, 2 worship services, and an evening jurisdictional meeting for the entire Mid-Atlantic region. What a busy week. And we didn't even mention where's reading the Bible, fasting, praying, doing basic things. We're just busy. Moreland refers to this group or characteristics as hurried. Unfortunately, there comes this person. God is good because I'm incredibly blessed. I have a job with 6 figures. I have a beautiful home. Oh, God is good. Look how blessed I am. Or the self-absorbed, narcissistic Christian trait. And then there's the cynic, where we judge everything by our senses. Our Christian worldview is understood, interpreted, and even carried out by our sensories. We gain and gather our Christian values through television. God forbid we don't look right. We don't have on the suit right. We're not sporting the latest Coach bag or Perry Ellis sweater. this world view to try and make our sacred belief in God consistent with a secular world, it ain't gonna work. Now, there's a local preacher who attended here at Luther Rice, and he gave an compelling sermon on Nike's series of sneakers, associating them with Christianity. It was a beautiful rendition and quite entertaining, inspiring, but we can't, as a general rule of thumb, use this world's barometer to gauge our Christian walk. Brothers and sisters, it ain't gonna happen. And if it does, it's only gonna spiral us down further the proverbial anti-intellectual isms and schisms. We will be tossed and turned on every hand with every wind. Our Christianity will be no more than the new iPhone 11. Great for the moment, but in about 3 months, there'll be the new improved iPhone 11, iPhone 11, iPhone 11s, iPhone 11s Limited. The same thing with our Christianity by trying to view our faith, walk, and the grace of God by a secular world. Moreland, in chapter 5, tried to explain to us that all hope is not lost. The anti-intellectual Christian is not lost. Although these concepts and ideas have spilled into the church, there is still hope. He gives us several virtues that could help. One, we must identify that there is a problem. Any 12-step program, the first step in identifying concerns, issues, whether it's alcoholism, substance abuse, violence, the very first step is to identify that there is a problem. And we, in this class, along with our professor, and the help of this book, Loving Our God with All of Our Mind, is taking us on a journey exposing some of these very common traits. We have to admit the church as a whole has a problem. In an attempt, we have to slow things down, allow more time for faith, trust. Allow God to speak to us in those quiet, still times. Our professor says, why not allow somebody to cut the grass for us if our budget will allow it? Why not cut out 1 or 2 trips so we can spend more time in the Word, reading? Not any book for study, not because we have Sunday school or Bible study, Why don't we just get a book and read it to increase our vocabulary, our intellectual perceptors, to see how other people are seeing and thinking? Come on. God has something to say to us, His church, in this season. But some of us are far too busy, far too self-absorbed, far too passive to really take the time and listen what God is telling us in this season. Beloved, why don't you take a moment and listen to what God is trying to tell us? And prepare yourself to communicate with others in an intellectual and systematic way. God bless you. Until next time.